is it important to have a leadership brand? Because it'll help give you focus. So when you get really clear on identifying what you want to be known for, what matters to you, it gets pretty easy to then decide what kind of work do you want to do, where do you want to work. So having that clear brand that you want to have out in the world really helps guide you. And then it's the lens by which people see you and you're defined, and it communicates to others the value that you bring. And it's really can impact your career and your business and yourself, and it can really move you forward positively. For me, it's been an incredibly effective tool to spend time, not just one time, so we'll go through this exercise now, but we'll talk about that this is something that you should be doing on a regular basis. I've done it annually when I do my goal setting and planning. I've done it when I've gone into new roles to say, what do I want to be known for in this role and who do I want to be? When I was a junior account manager and I went to my boss with my pink notebook and I said, I want to be a sales director. He's like, get rid of that pink notebook. And I was like, but it's cute. But it was interesting for me because it was that first time in my career where I had to take a look at myself and say, what am I putting out there in the world? Because in my head, I'm like, I am capable, I'm intelligent, I work hard, I get shit done. I swore I knew I was going to do that. And, and I thought, well, I think I had to realize, like, the person that I was putting out there was not actually the person that I truly believed I was, right? So I did this exercise to say, who do I want to be and what do I want to be known for? And I started to need to align everything I did to that person instead of, this other image that I had created. And it's pretty easy as a tall blonde to create that image, so. But I did it as well, when we talk about doing this, I did it as well when I was a new leader. So when I did end up becoming a sales director, and they mentioned I just moved back from Calgary, I went to Calgary, and I went in there like all hot and look at me, I'm gonna get shit done, and I was hard, and I had to fire the entire team, we had to restructure the business, and 6 months in, I'm devastated. Like, I'm having a nervous breakdown on this because people don't like me. My team hates me. They called me the Dragon Lady. And I'm thinking, I want to be an inspirational leader. Like, I want to change people. And I realized that I was actually becoming a drill sergeant. I wasn't producing the results that I wanted. And at that moment, 6 months into that new role, I said, this is it. In 12 months' time, I want to be known for this. And I went from being the Dragon Lady in 12 months to Sales Mentor of the Year. So phenomenal, and it was really from being conscious about looking at this exercise, which we're going to do, and saying, what do I want to be known for? Where am I at right now? And what's my action plan to close those gaps? Philip was talking at dinner last night, and he said, sometimes, career, progression or success is actually knowing the game that you're playing. Right? So know the rules of the game that you're playing. And I got very good. I was not the smartest person in the room, the most talented person in the room, but I knew the game and I knew what I needed to do. And that was the difference for me. And that's what this exercise will do for you. So if you take the time to do that gap analysis and put an execution plan, and that's kind of why I made the table the way it is don't give yourself 10 things you're going to go do to change it. Give yourself 1 or 2 things that you can actually do this year to make a difference. And you will see at the end of the year, in the next 12 months, whatever the time frame is you give yourself, that will change the way you are and the way people perceive you. So on a couple closing notes on that, thank you guys. That was awesome. I loved how interactive everybody was. But I'll do a couple closing notes. But really, as I said, build out that action plan. So validate your current state and do it with people that you know. So go and take this exercise. Go back to your team if you have a team. Go back to your customers. Go back to your trusted advisors and friends. I have my own personal board of directors, is what I like to call it. And, it's the people that you trust to give it to you straight. So here's where I want to go. Here's where I am. Here's my plan. Like, do you think that's going to get me there? Right? It's really important to validate. I think we've talked about that a couple times today. I know one of them talked about this morning when she said she went to her new boss and she said, here's what I want to accomplish. Here's my plan to do it. Are you on board with this, right? So go back, share that action plan. and execute on it, because execution is key. I said share the journey and goals, and then really live your leadership brand daily. So if that's going to be your vision, and to what you said, be authentic, and think every day, are the actions that I'm taking and the work that I'm doing, is it actually aligning to who I want to be? Because if it's not, you're probably not going to be that happy in life, and you're not going to achieve the things you want to achieve. So you got to really be honest with yourself. Am I lining up here? And then continuously review and evolve this. So this isn't, to what Jen said, what's great is hers is consistent. But you might change. Things might change along the way. Your goals might change. Like I said, I am kind of entering a different phase of my life where I was really driven by the big corporate beast. If anyone's at TELUS, don't tell him I said this. He's on a meeting with them in 5 minutes. But I'm in a stage now, I'm going, okay, what actually matters to me? And maybe I need to rethink what I've written down 5 years ago and say, maybe it's changed along the way. So make sure that you continuously review and evolve it with every year, every career change, whatever new phase you go into in your life.